Welcome to Maths with Steve. I'm Steve and we're doing some more SATs revision. Right, okay, today there's only going to be 2 slides because I've literally worked through the past 3 days, and today will be the full paper 1. And then from there I'm going to go on to paper 2 for you. So it's just going to be this slide and then another slide. I'm going to go through the questions and then obviously you pause the video and I've got 2 similar questions for you to have a go at as well. Right, okay, so let's start this. I've got 36% of 450. Now there are different ways about going about this. You can divide it all by 100, so you can do 450 divided by 100 and then times that by 36. Or you can do it by finding 10% and 5%. I'm going to go for the 10% rule for this one because I think it's the cleanest way of doing it. Okay, so if I find 10% of 450, all I'm going to do, I'm just going to go across there, and then it's going to be 45, isn't it? Great. So I can say 10% equals 45. All right, now just start thinking about, what else I can find out from there. Well, I can say that 20% is going to be 2 times 45, so it's going to be 90. And 30% is going to be 10%, add 20%, so that is going to be 135. Right, cool, I've got 30%. Now I need to find 6%. Okay, so one thing I can do, I can find 1% for a start. So I can say that 1%, all I need to do is divide it by 100. So that's the point's going to go there. So it's going to be that's going to equal 4.5. And 5%, well, 5% is half of 45, isn't it? And half of 45 is, what is that? That's going to be 22.5. So that's going to equal 22.5. Now, I'm just going to change colour to show you this. I've got 30, I've got 5, and I've got 1. If I add all those up together, I've got 36%. So I can say that 135 add 22.5 add 4.5. Okay, and that's going to give me 36%. Okay, so let's just do that. So 5 add 5 is 10, so that's going to become a 0. Keep my point in there, and I'm going to carry that 1. So 1 add 5 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so that's going to be 2. And 1 up there. I forgot to put a line in there. I'm just going to do it really slowly because I've run out of room. Okay, so 1 add 3 is 4, add 2 is 6. And then your 1 is there. So I've got 36% is 162. Great. Okay. So yeah, with that question, if you find the separate things, you can just add them together. Another way you could have done that, actually, I'm just going to show you the other way. So another way that I could have done that is I could have started off by dividing it by 100 to find that that's going to be 4.5, isn't it? So I'm just going to quickly do this here. I could have gone, okay then, 4.5, and I could have times that by 36 because that's the percent I'm looking for. And then I go 6 times 5 is 30, 3 up there. 6 times 4 is, I always get this one, 24, 25, 26, 27, so 27, cross that out, add a 0. 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 4 is 12, add 1 is 13, 1, 3, and then 0 add 0 is 0, 5 add 7 is 2, well, 12, 1 add 2 add 3 is 6, and then drop down your 1, and then there's just one number behind a decimal, so I'm going to go once across, and that would be 162. So I could do it that way. Do it whichever way you find easiest. Yeah, you'll have some teachers will tell you that the first way that I showed you was better, and other teachers will tell you that the second way that I showed you was better. Neither of them are better. It just depends on what's better for you, really. Right, okay, anyway, let's go on to question 34. So I've got 1 3/4 times 10. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to change that into an improper fraction. So I'm going to do 4 times 1, add 3. So 4 times 1 is 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's going to be 7/4. Times by. Now, as I said in the previous video, if I do 10 as a fraction, that's going to be 10/1. Great. Now all I need to do is just times these together. So 7 times 10 is going to give me 70, and 4 times 1 is going to give me 4. Now then, how many times does 4 go into 70? Let's just work this out. So I'm just going to do this as a bus stop down here, and 70 there and 4 there. 4 goes into 7 one time with 3 left over, and 4 goes into 30, what's that going to be, 7 times, and there's going to be 2 left over. So now I just need to put a point there and a point there, add an extra 0. I had 2 left over, so I'll put that in front of that. How many times does 4 go into 20? It goes in 5 times. So the answer is 17.5. Great, okay, so pause the video, have a go at these next ones, and then come back for the answer. Okay, so 27% of 340. I'm going to do it the second way that I did it this time, just to mix things up a little bit. So 2 times over 3.4. So I'm going to say 3.4. You know what, I'm just going to move this. In fact, I'm just going to not talk it through. So if I go 3.4, I'm going to times that by 27. Okay, 7 times 4 is 28. So 8 goes there, 2 goes there. 7 times 3 is 21, 22, 23. So it's going to be 23. Cross that out, add a 0. 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, add these up. 8 add 0 is 8. 3 add 8 is 8. 9, 10, 11. And 1 add 2 is 3. Add 6 is 9. There is one number behind the decimal there, so I'm going to go once across, and the answer is 91.8. And there you go, there's that answer there. Right, okay, so I'm going to make this into a mixed number fraction. I'm going to make the 8 a fraction. So 3 times 2 is 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be 8/3, and I'm going to times that by 8/1. 8 times 8 is 64. And 3 times 1 is 3. How many times does 3 go into 64? Let's do a little bus stop. 64. I might end up with a long remainder here. Let's see what happens. So 3 goes into 6 2 times, and 3 goes into 4 one time with 1 left over. So put a point there and a point there. There, put that 1. And 3 goes into 10 3 times with 1 left over. Now what you can see here is that I'm always going to have 1 left over. It goes into 10. It goes into 10 3 times, and then again there will be another 1 left over, and it will go 3, and another 1 left over, 3. So what we can say there, the answer there is, you can say there is 21.3. If you put a dot against it, that means that the 3 goes on forever. What you can also do is you could also say 21 1/3. Either of those would work. Right, okay, let's do the other slide. Okay, so this is the last slide of the day. So I've got 5/6 times by 540. Now all I need to do is divide by the bottom times by the top. So let's do that. 6 goes into 540. Let's see. 6 goes into 5 0 times. It goes into 54. It's 9 times, isn't it? 9. And it goes into 0 times. So 90. Now all I need to do is 90 times 5. So I can do this in many different ways. I'll just do it like a normal column one. So 5 times 0 is 0, and 5 times 9 is 45. So the answer to that one is 45. Wow, I've just had Look at 36. That's going to be horrible. Right, okay. Let's do this. So 83 goes into 8 0 times, and 0 times 83 is 0. And 8 take away 0 is 8. And then we bring down the 0, and that's going to be 80. And 83 goes into 80 0 times, and 0 times 83 is 0. And then 80 take away 0 is going to be 80. And then we bring down the 5. And then we've got 805. This is horrific. 805. Now then, what I could do my 83 times tables and just work it out. I'd do 83, add 83, and then add another 83, and then add another 83, and then and that would be long. But what I can see is that it's 805. Now I know that 830 will be 10 times 83, because if you times something by 10, you just stick a 0 on the end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and take a little bit of a shortcut here and see if it will help me. It might not help me, because then later on I might get something more tricky. So I'm just gonna, let's just do it here and see if I can get that to help me. So if I was to do 830 and then I take away 83, that will get me 9 times, which I think it should be less than 805. So 0 take away 3 I can't do. Borrow from the neighbour. 2, 10. 10 take away 3 is 7. 2 take away 8 can't do. Borrow from the neighbour. And then that's going to be 12. 12 take away 8 is, what's 12 take away 8 is 4. And then you drop down your 7. So what I know is that it's going to go in 9 times, because 9 times 83 is 747. So I can say this is going to be 9. Okay, cool. 9 times 83 is, as we just found out, 747. So I can say 747. And let's take that away. 5 take away 7 can't do. I'm just going to borrow from this 8. That's going to become a 7. This is going to get a bit messy, isn't it? And a 10, and then that's going to become a 9, and then that's going to become 15. Okay, so 15 take away 7 is 8. And 9 take away 4 is 5. And 7 take away 7 is 0. So it's 58. Bring down the 1. No, it's not helping me at all. I've got to get all the way up to 581. Okay, let's think about this. Well, no, I don't know. I'm just going to do my 83 times tables. Okay, so 83 times 1 is going to be 83. Now I'm going to try and do this at speed. Obviously, all you need to do on your paper, just add them on each time. It's, that's a way that you're going to get it. So 83 add 83 is, that's going to be 166. Add 83 onto that, that will become a 9, and that's going to become a 4 and a 2, 249. And that's going to be 332, so 332. That's going to be a 5. And then that's going to go to a 1, and then that's going to be 4, so 415. Like 581 is what I'm trying to get to, okay. 115, so that's going to be a 3, so that's going to be that, and then 9, and then 498, and it's going to be this one, isn't it? Yep, so yeah, that's 1, yep, and then 8, and 5. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times. So that's going to be 97. Now that's obviously the last question of the test, so it's supposed to be one that takes a long time to see how you tackle it and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Anyway, pause the video, have a go at these two, and then come back for the answers. Okay, great. So I've got 455. I'm going to divide that by 7. So I'm going to go 7, 4, 5, 5. Okay, 7 goes into 4, 0 times 4 left over. 7 goes into 45. That's going to be 6 times, isn't it? 6 times is 42. 6, 42, 43, 44, 45. That's going to be 3 left over. And 6 goes into 35. 7 goes into 35, sorry. Goes in 5 times. Okay, so then I'm going to do 65. That's not a 5. Steve, come on, what is wrong with you today? Okay, 65 times by 4. 4 times 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. 4 times 6, 6, 12, 18, 24, 25, 26. 260 is the answer to that one. Okay, now I'm just going to make myself some room here because this is going to be horrible. Okay, let's go. So 64 goes into 7, 0 times 64 is 0. Okay, and 78 take away 0, 7 take away 0 is 7. Bring down that 8. 78. 64 goes into 78 one time. And 1 times 64 is 64. And 78 take away 64. 8 take away 4 is 4. 7 take away 6 is 1. Bring down the 7. Okay, not great, but not too bad, is it? 147. Okay, let's just try this one then. So I'm going to do 64. 64 times 2 is going to be 128. So it's going to go in 2 times, isn't it? So I can see, because if I do, I'll just do the next one actually. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So that's going to be there. With 1 left over there, and 6, 7, 8, 9. So 192 is going to be 3 times 64. So I know it's going to go in 2 times. So I can put my 2 there. And 2 times 64, as I've just worked out, is 128. That's what that 7 take. No, I can't do that. It's going to be a 3. 7, 17 take away 8 is, what's that, 9, isn't it? And 3 take away 2 is 1. And 1 take away 1 is 0. It's 19. Bring down that 2. 190. Perfect. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. 3 times. Great. Okay. I hope that's been helpful. So I'm going to start on paper 2 tomorrow, or as soon as I can to get it out. What I'll also do is I'm going to put this whole paper together in one quick, easy to go through, big long video, in case you want to do one of those big long lessons. Please do comment, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Let me know how I can help you further. Okay, hope that helps. Bye.